Hi, this is Jeff from the Ozark Mountains in Missouri, USA. Well, this is a product introduction and how to install video for some more parts for the ubiquitous Alps printer plotter mechanisms. A couple of years ago, I came out with brass replacement gears for these pinion gears, which were plastic, and they always break because the plastic gear is pushed onto a metal shaft. The plastic shrinks over time. The metal does not. Plastic breaks. The second most common failure in these guys is the Y-axis anti-backlash gears, which are right here. I'll pop a better picture up on the screen. And it breaks for the same reason. One of these gears is pressed onto the shaft, and the two of them are coupled together and spring-loaded. And, you know, for anti-backlash gear, what that means is normally when you have two gears meshing, there's a little space in between them, which is necessary for operation. So when you reverse, you've got a little backlash in there, a little slop. What the anti-backlash gear does is, if you can imagine, this is the teeth of a gear, but they're in two halves like this that are spring-loaded. So this allows you to have contact on both sides of the opposing gear without that backlash. It's a nice, relatively simple way of eliminating the backlash in an inexpensive manner. These also break. So I set about to 3D print some. This has been a 2+ year project, and I'll show you a little bit about the design, and then I will show you a small video about how to install your own set of gears. Of course, the first step to designing anything is to take some measurements, figure out what modulus the gear is. That's what I did here, just scratched them down on some paper. To make things a little more difficult in this case, this is the feed roller out of the printer. The shaft that goes through the gear, that's actually stepped. So, and there's only a difference of about 0.010 of an inch, 1/4 of a millimeter between the two. So that makes it a little more difficult to model and to 3D print. And then I made lots of prototypes. This is, most of the prototypes I made. I made notes on, you know, what the different versions were, tested them, found out what worked, what didn't, how it fit, if it didn't fit right. And I eventually came to the design, you know, close to the design that was the final design, and I printed a test print, which took 15 or 20 minutes. And I got up to about 400 repetitions of that over a week before the gear broke. And that was kind of the little hook that catches the spring. I've added some more support for that, and haven't broke one since. So I've had these out, gave some to people all over the world for the last 2 years. Once installed, I haven't had any reports of breaking. Because they're 3D printed, they are a little more brittle, so you got to be careful when installing them. But once you figure out the installation, which is not hard, once you figure out the trick to that, which I'll show in this video, you're good to go. And I've got some printed and checked. I've got the inside sized, the hubs to make sure it fits on the shaft right. I've test fit every one of them. So these are ready for you to use. Here's the install part. Okay, I've got an MCP40 here. This one's situated so I don't even have to take the printer mechanism out, but for other printers you might. This is the gear that we're replacing. So I'm going to put my screwdriver under that E-clip right there, put my finger on it to keep it from flying away. And I got just a dab of grease on the end of my screwdriver there to keep that from disappearing. I'm going to set it back on the print itself. Now, this gear will slip right off of there, and I'm going to drop it. Okay, set it back there with the clip. And here is our broken gear. I'm going to slip my screwdriver back behind the hub like this and just give it a quick pry. Pull it right off there. Now we're ready to swap the spring that's on the back side of this to the new gear and put the new gear on. This is the pair of gears that have been 3D printed. They're about a centimeter in diameter, and I think there's 13 or so teeth. I don't remember exactly. They've got little protrusions. This one's kind of dished on this side. And before I put these, slide these together and install the spring, I've got just a tiny dab of lithium grease. I'm going to put right around here where these guys slide together. Just to help them out. Excuse my big fingers. And there's only one way these will fit together. And that wasn't it. I've got this one upside down. There we go. Like that. So you can see we've got get this position right. A hole right here and a couple protrusions that capture the spring. Now we'll go through transferring the spring from the old gear set to the new one. I just want to make sure that these slide nice and easy. In relation to the machine, it goes on this way. The paper feed roller would be right here, and the inside gear will rotate back towards you like that. With the spring on there, of course, there would be a spring return. And once you have your gear off the printer, it will look like this. You want to make sure you have the wrap spring. Sometimes these little pegs that the spring hooks to will have broken off. So look on the paper feed roll shaft in the machine to see if you have the spring. You really need that. And we're going to set it down in this position. I know my fingers are in the way because this gear is really small, but basically you want the holes over here so they're about the 3 o'clock position. In this position, the coil that is locked in right here is the top coil, and I found a X-Acto knife. Looks really good for dislodging this from this hook here. And I'm going to try to do this through the viewfinder and not stab myself with the knife. So I've got the blade up. I'm going to push right into the wire and try to lift up at the same time, like that. Okay. So as I said, on this end, this is the top coil. It goes around about 1.5 times and hooks to here. Now we have our newly printed gear. I'm gonna set that like that, flip it back over, and make sure that this is my top coil, so I have the direction right. Again, our dot about 3 o'clock. I'll set the spring on like that. Poke the bottom coil under the top there, the top little pokey thing, and then taking a small screwdriver and some patience, this is much harder to do on camera. Normally use a lighted magnifier and it's not too bad. We'll go like that. I'll try holding that down with my thumb. that's just about in there. I just need to get it under that hook like that. There we go. Okay. And my air conditioning kicked on right on track. Now we're ready to install this on the printer. Here we have our new gear that we've transferred the spring to. I like making a mark between two teeth like this so you can see the relative position. I've already greased up between the two gears on this before I sewn them, and you notice that you can see a movement relative to each other. Okay, so I'm going to put my thumb behind the gears like this. I'm going to put my other thumb on the feed roller. I'm just going to press one into the other. And you can just see the metal shaft sticking through right there. It's about 0.5 millimeter from the end of the gear. There's not a lot of clearance between things here, so you want to push this gear set on until it is flush with the end of the shaft. And this is kind of tight, so you want to be careful and not break your new gear while you're doing that. That's pretty good. Okay, now we've got our marks up here where we can see them, and the inside gear is going to rotate this way in relation to the outside gear. So we'll take this gear here, and I'm slipping it on just on that gear. And I'm going to try to... This is really hard to do on camera. Okay, you can see there I've rotated these one teeth apart, and oops, they slip back together, so I'll try that again. You don't want to stick a screwdriver down on the teeth because these teeth are so small you'll end up chipping them. There we go. Okay. Slip back. Sometimes it takes me a few times to try that. There we go. Third time's a charm. So you can see our gears are offset one tooth. We've got that gear back on there, and I'm going to put just a microscopic dab of grease on the end of my screwdriver there. And use that to hold my C-clip. Slip the C-clip right down on there and pop it on like that. Just a bit more lithium grease, some on our big gear, some on our new gear, and that'll spread itself around, so don't get too overly concerned about it. And there we are, ready to go. And if you want to test this out, you can rotate your pinion gear manually, and if you have the printer out, this is a lot easier to do. So I'll just do the counter gear here. See, that would be feeding the paper backwards. Well, let me get the screwdriver handle out of there, and this is feeding the paper forwards. Okay, that's all there is to replacing the gear. Getting the spring on there is the most difficult part, but you can do it.